Hello, everyone. Welcome to another award-winning edition of the Locker Room Chat, and we are live at the historic Grove Center in beautiful Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And my name is John Williams, and I'm joined by my co-host on the end, Walter Stair. And Walter, thank you for being here, and good to see you. And week one's in the books.
You better believe it. And Anderson County got a very historical win this past Friday night, and I'm very proud of them.
They certainly did, and our guests tonight are the Anderson County Mavericks with head coach Davey Gillum, and Davey's brought along 10 of his student athletes, 10 seniors, I believe, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
And right now we're going to go ahead and meet these young men, let them introduce themselves, and tell everyone what position they play and what class they're in. We'll start off there. Gavin?
My name's Gavin No. I play football sometimes. Running back, linebacker.
Eli Davis, fullback, linebacker.
Jaden Bullock, OLDO.
Lucas May, OLDO.
Walker Martinez, quarterback.
And guys, if you would, just go ahead. We'll start with you, Walker. Just talk about that big win over Powell, defending Class 5A state champions, and let's talk about that win you had last week.
Oh, it was an awesome win to start off the season. They've got us the last 3 years. We feel like we should have won all those 3 games. So winning this game, in fact, I feel like we got a monkey off our back, beating Powell, and it was a great start to the year.
Lucas?
It felt nice getting to start the year 1-0 instead of 0-2 like last year. It's just nice.
Jaden?
It felt great last year, spring. Hurt my ankle. I couldn't play against Powell last year, and it felt good to come back and beat them this year.
Eli?
Yeah, it was a personal game for me. I really wanted to beat him, so it felt really good to beat him the way we did.
Gavin?
Yeah, it was nice. Liked it. It was fun.
He's just like his daddy, ain't he? But, yeah, Coach Gillum, let's talk about that win over Powell. I know the last 3 years, as some of the boys mentioned, there were games that y'all were ahead. Powell came back and won all 3 of those, but heard a stat the last 2 years in the games y'all were ahead 6 out of the 8 quarters.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. All 3 games we've been up and been up big. Well, let's see, 3 years ago I think we were up 21 in the fourth. Last year I think we were up 21, and then late in the fourth they came back. We had 3 turnovers, and they won that one. 2 years ago they were up early. We came back, took the lead, and then lost on the last play of the game. So, yeah, all 3 games we felt like we should have won. We felt like we were the better team, and depth became an issue, and they ended up getting us in the end. So it was a big game for our boys. Over these 4 years, both schools have been high-profile programs, and they got a lot of star power over there, and we've got a lot in this class too. And so it was good personally for a lot of our kids to win that game head-to-head, and then for our program to finally, get over the hump there.
Mm-hmm. You started fast, and you closed them out at the end this time. So 48 to 14.
Yeah, the big difference this year was we didn't let it become a track meet. We just, honestly, if they didn't have Walter Nolan last year, it would have been the same thing. He was a pretty good football player, and he kind of held the defensive line together for him. So we felt like without him that they wouldn't be able to stop us up front. And when they did try and stop us, they were having to gamble in the secondary, and they couldn't guard our receivers. And so we made it more of a physical battle, and from the get-go took control of it, where depth was never an issue. And they're super talented, but when it comes to just being tough, our team's a different level than them.
Yeah, I read where you wanted to slow the game down a little bit. You actually had more rushing attempts than you did passing, and
right.
I know you like to throw the ball, but you're also, you adjust your offensive scheme to your talent and the game plan.
Yeah, I do think we probably could have scored more points if we had thrown. There were shots to be taken, but we're trying to win games first, not just offensive stats. So the faster we score, the faster we're back on defense, and the faster Potts and that group's back on the field. And you don't want them to get in rhythm. You don't want it to be, a talent thing where we're both running wind sprints for 3.5 quarters, and then we've been playing kids both ways for 4 quarters, and we're tired again. So we just took that out of the equation. We made it more of a fight, and I feel pretty good about us in those situations.
Walter?
You seemed to set the tone early. I know the first series was like an 18-play drive, 88 yards, and went down and scored. And to me, that probably set the tone and wore them out quite a bit early on.
It did. We really took a lot out of them on the very first drive. We actually struggled covering the kick, and it almost went out of bounds, and then it kind of stayed in bounds, and we went and grabbed it and ran out of bounds with it, and I think we ended up starting inside our own 10, so it looked bad, but it really ended up being a blessing for us because we just killed that much more clock because we took it 90-something yards. And honestly, from that drive on, the game was never in doubt. Offense physically took over the game right there. We got everybody going that first series. Walker and Braden had some good throws and catches, and Bryson and the O-line dominated, and Gavin and Nick ran. We really hit everything we needed to do to set the tempo, but defense came on the field and it was no different. We dominated up front. DBs covered all their all-star receivers, and they were 3 and out their first 2 drives. So really, from the start to finish, the game was never in question.
And it seemed like in that first drive, I don't know exactly, but it seemed like you took over half of the first quarter. Towards 7 minutes of the first quarter with that.
You're right, yeah. By the end of that first drive, almost the first quarter's gone. And, that's something we felt good about because we got our score, we kept them off the field, kept them out of rhythm. But the thing was, we were taking and physically control of the game. So we had already taken momentum and really wore that defense down.
And you're looking at highlights from the OEB Law Game of the Week last week. Powell at Anderson County. You can see Coach Gillum there, victorious in the post-game interview, and just a fantastic win for the Mavericks to start the season. This week's OEB Law Game of the Week is Oliver Springs at Kingston, and that is going to be the 49th meeting, I believe. Kingston leads it all time. Walter, 37 wins to 9 losses and 2 ties.
My goodness.
Right there you see the OEB Law Game of the Week right here on BBB Channel 12. You can watch it various ways, so tune into that one. I know Kingston is coming off a big a big win over Harriman, 51-0. I didn't expect them to win by quite that big a margin this year. It's almost matched last year's margin.
Yeah, I thought they might win 28-7 or something like that, 51-0. That's definitely a devastating loss for Harriman.
It's a pretty impressive win. In Oliver Springs, they have a really young team under first-year head coach Tyler Harper, and they gave Rockwood a pretty good battle there Friday night. And those Bobcats are young, but the future's really bright there in Oliver Springs.
I think so. I think he's got them very much together. They'd had some rough times in some previous years, but this new coach seems like he's got them going in the right direction.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk to these Mavericks again. Who wants to go first? Gavin? Yeah. Okay, Gavin. Gavin, I want to congratulate you. You recently committed to the Naval Academy, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, if you could just talk about that process of being recruited by the Navy, and now you're going to be a midshipman. So just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I can remember the first day that came in. It was just me, Gillum, and Coach Ingram, and of course Gillum was doing the best he could to talk me up. Probably lied about me a little bit to be nice, but I was just talking with him for a long time, and then eventually they offered me and they invited me on campus. I went up there. Annapolis was a great place. It was really cool. The seafood was great, so that's pretty big for me. That was a good good experience up there. And after I came home, and I decided that that's the place I wanted to be.
That's outstanding. What would you like to play in college? I know you play both ways, but
Yeah. I thought they were going to offer me for linebacker. They ended up offering me for A-back, so I'd be very downhill, which is something I've never done, something I'm not used to.
is that like a fullback type? Or
Yeah, I'm literally right behind the quarterback in the triple option. Yeah.
what's your size?
6'1", and about 220, 225.
Pretty good size. But it's just outstanding, Gavin. And once you complete your playing career at the Navy, what do you have to serve then?
You have to serve 4 to 5 years, but you get to choose what you want to do. I've been thinking about what I want to do. I may want to try and fly planes. I may want to just be a medic. You know, I have a long time until I have to decide, so it's not it's not the front of my mind right now.
Coach, get on talk about Gavin a little bit.
I mean, we're all super excited that he's going to Navy. It's big for our program. You know, there's a lot of people that have recruited Gavin, but after hearing what Navy's got to offer a young man, and it's really a life-changing thing to get to go there and maybe even change his kids and grandkids' future, all the opportunities he's going to have. So we're super excited for him there, but he's worked hard for it. I've known Gavin since he was a little bitty, and he's been working since he was that young and just going at it. And I think he's getting to live his dream right now of being a Maverick and, you know, fighting for a state championship. And I'm super excited to be the coach, but I really get a kick out of watching these young men chase their dreams and try and fulfill them.
Walter?
How long have you been in football, and what are your stats in your, coming up on 4 years?
I've been playing since, I think, 6 years old. I started in the first grade. I don't think I could tell you my stats if you showed them to me.
This past year, it was quite incredible.
That's not that. Like Coach Gillum said, that's not something we keep track of. That's not something we really care about. We're just worried about winning ball games, sir.
Yeah, you're definitely a team player. I can tell that.
Appreciate it.
Well, I know Gavin had about close to 1,500 yards last year rushing, and 1,400, I believe, as a sophomore. So all-state both years.
Yeah,
so,
he's done well. We've never had a kid reach all-state as a sophomore. It's a pretty impressive feat.
So, Gavin, you have any pregame rituals?
I pray a lot pregame. I get taped up by our trainer and my dad. Last week I took a nap. That was pretty nice. Maybe I'll start doing that more.
Okay. All right. Let's switch over to Eli. Eli, tell everybody about you a little bit. I know you've been playing at Anderson County the last few years.
Yes, sir. I came from Kingston, actually. I've been here for 4 years. I play fullback and middle linebacker. Played a little defensive end during the PAL game. But yeah, it's been an amazing experience for me up here. So it's been really nice.
I know your mother, and I just want to tell her to get better, get well, so she won't miss the game Friday night.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw where she had to miss the game. She's sort of under the weather, so
Yes, sir.
I know she hated that, but hope she gets better and be able to travel to Johnson City.
Yes, sir.
You have any pregame rituals?
Not much. I usually listen to music, get taped up. I usually drink about a gallon of water a day, or on Fridays. So other than that, that's about it.
What kind of music you listen to?
It's a mix. It's a little bit between country and rap. Listen to a little bit of Tupac. Listen to some Tupac.
Yeah, there you go.
Gangster's Paradise.
Walter?
And what is your background in football? How long have you been playing?
I've played since probably about first grade. So yeah, I've been playing all my life.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
that's quite a while. And what year are you in?
Senior.
Senior. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody you've got here are seniors. So you've been playing right at
Yes, sir.
My goodness, 6 years.
Yeah, Eli's started for us all games for the last 2 years, but he played some even as a freshman. Been unbelievably valuable. Played him at H-back a lot on offense, and he really cleans it up for Gavin and Nick and guys. And he's the head rocker on both sides of the ball. He's very aggressive, got a good nose for the football, and he knows how to hit when he gets there. He's been a really good football player.
Actually, I should say you've been playing 12 years. 6 and 12 is 18. So, I mean, I should remember how to add.
Well, right now we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the night. We'll be right back to talk to these young men in a little bit. The phone lines are open. You have a question or a comment for Coach Gillum or any of these players that are here with us tonight. So we'll be right back. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
At Earl F. Subaru, we're more than a car dealer. We're a Subaru retailer and Tennessee's only 11-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award. We're proud to be active in supporting our community and have fostered partnerships with local charities such as CASA of the Tennessee Valley and the Roane County Animal Shelter. We're also committed to our customers, and our state-of-the-art facility in Kingston features expanded service capacity to provide the quality automotive care that you deserve.
2022 Subaru Outback models are available now at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston or on the web at duffsubaru.com.
I'm Amanda, one of the RN shift leaders at Roane Medical Center. I love the sense of community that we have here. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, and that's why I choose Roane Medical Center.
I choose Roane Medical Center because this is where my heart is. My family and friends use Roane Medical Center, and I want everyone that comes through our doors to have an experience that makes them as proud of Roane Medical Center as I am.
Find out why Roane Medical Center is the best choice for your future in healthcare. Learn more at roanemedicalcenter.com.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. Roane Metals, we treat you like family.
Roane Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
For a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
Well, welcome back into the Locker Room Chat, and our guest tonight are the Anderson County Mavericks with head coach Davey Gillum. He's brought along 10 of his seniors, and they're coming off a really big win over the Powell Panthers, defending Class 5A state champions last Friday, 48-14, and we're really pleased to have them in studio, aren't we, Walter?
Oh, we certainly are.
They have a big game coming up this week at Science Hill, and Coach, if you would, just talk about that game coming up.
It is a big one. I think it's going to be a lot tougher than people on the outside realize. Them and Powell's a whole different contrast in styles. They're 90% run game, a lot of double tots, 12 personnel, quarterbacks, a running back, and they want to kill the clock and they want to go right at you. And so it'll be a different test for our defense to try and get them off the field and get the offensive ball back. And I think if we can get up on them and make them play from behind, I think they're going to struggle to keep up with us. But you know, if we can't get them off the field and they're able to ground and pound 3-4 yards of whack and get first downs, and it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a physical game, a lot more physical than the PAL game. And but you know, if you want to fight for a championship, you got to beat different kinds of teams, and you got to find ways to win. And you know, they are a really good team, and it's going to be a really good test for our program.
I know last year they defeated you all 36-21. I believe it was a game where y'all got out to a lead.
We did. We were up 21-0.
Wow.
And you know, we had some issues that game. They run a little bit of a 3-down and brought people from different ways, and we struggled a little bit in the run game and the pass pro about getting bodies on bodies, and it caused some issues in the run game and the pass game. And honestly, that's the game that Walker got hurt in, and we didn't know it early in the second quarter, and we just really weren't the same in the air after he took the injury. But you know, to Walker's credit, he played the whole game and really played 2 more games after it before we found out how hurt he was. But we weren't quite the same that night after he got injured. So we didn't play real well, but we got to play a lot cleaner this year. I think we can score on them. I think we can stop them, but we're going to have to play a lot cleaner than we did last year, and a lot more physical, because at the end of the day, they whipped us up front on both sides of the ball.
We got a call, Walter. Let's go ahead and take it. The locker room chat, you're on the air. Locker room chat, can you hear me? Go ahead and call her. Having a little technical difficulties, it seems. Just give us a call back. Let's go ahead and let's talk to the quarterback here, Walker Martinez. And Walker, talk about you know, your injury last year you had like the middle of the season, and how did it go recovering? I know you missed being out there on the field, but just talk a little bit about that and how you're doing this year.
Yeah, it sucked a big time last year not being able to play for those 5 games and 1 game in the playoff, or 2 games in the playoffs. But I'm back better than I was when I got hurt. You know, I'm throwing the ball better, and I'm back 100%.
And was you glad big Walter Nolan wasn't out there last?
Yeah, yeah, it made a big difference for sure. It made it a lot easier on all of us.
Walter?
I guess your biggest rival, who would that be?
Biggest rival? For me personally, it's probably Pal.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd say Pal. I know most of their team. I grew up a bunch of those guys. I live in Pal, so it just made it personal for that way.
Is that your biggest win to date?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you play any other sports?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, you look like a quarterback.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach Gillum, talk a little bit about Walker.
You know, Walker, he's a special quarterback. We've really built the offense this offseason around him and his skill set. And, you know, he's got a unique skill set. He's got a big arm and extremely accurate. Walker's taken a lot of reps over his lifetime, a lot of 7-on-7. Played a lot of ball when he's younger, so he's got a savviness and poise to him you don't see all the time in high school. And he's got quite a rapport with our receivers from all the time they spent together in 7-on-7. So these guys are all on the same page. Really, one of the things we've done this winter is just built some rules and given Walker a lot of ownership over the offense. We probably give him more ownership than a lot of college quarterbacks get at the line. We're calling basically 2 or 3 plays at a time, and only Walker knows where the ball's going. And he knows what his reads are in the secondary and linebacker level. And I think he was pretty much perfect against Powell the other night about throwing when he's supposed to throw and running when he's supposed to run. And when they pulled the trigger and brought the extra guy, I think we scored every time and made him pay for it. So extremely sharp kid. He's a great team leader. Pretty considerate. I think all his teammates love him. He knows how to lead a huddle and lead a locker room. But he's got a big opportunity in front of him this year, and we'll see where it goes.
Walker, you like that freedom, being able to call the plays and stuff like that?
Yes, sir. It makes everybody else on the same page and make sure we don't get put in a bad position that the defense does something that we can't really handle. We're able just to get out of it and get something quicker, something like that.
Would you like to play on the next level?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's my goal.
You have any schools?
Yes, sir. I have a offer at Maryville College, Sewanee, and I have a preferred walk-on at Ole Miss.
Okay. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And, let's go ahead and talk to Lucas May.
Yes, sir.
Big Lucas. Lucas, how long you been playing football?
Well, I've only been playing football since 8th grade, but I've always loved football, and it was my first love for a sport, even though I didn't play it.
How many years have you been starting?
I started last year and this year.
Okay. You play both ways?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any pregame rituals?
Probably listen to music and just think about what's going to happen.
Got a call again. Let's take it. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
Yes, I was just watching, and I noticed all those Mavericks have a lot of long hair going on with May and Bullock and Gavin Doe. I was just wondering, are you all trying to grow that hair out for Locks of Love this year?
Did y'all hear that question?
You wanted to know about your hair, about everybody growing it out.
Growing it out for Locks of Love. Eli's keeps his pretty high and tight there.
Yeah, Eli Davis and Walker, they're the knee cut guys, but I just don't know about those other three. I'm just guessing they're growing their hair out for Locks of Love.
Well, he might be. Gavin said he did it one year.
I'd say he did.
All
right. Looking good. Go Mavs.
Well, thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
I think they're all big fans of the boy bands, and that's why they do the hair like that.
Talk a little bit about Big Lucas May.
Big Lucas, he's the leader on our OL. Extremely sharp kid. He started for 2 years. He knows. He's always asking questions. What are you going to do in this scenario? What do we do with this and that? But he keeps everybody on page up front and really helps Walker out. But as far as making sure he's protected and checks and, if we're having to check a mock or anything like that, Lucas is always on top of it. But he really took ownership of the OL over the winter, had them all out there working from December to now, and he's done a really good job stepping up as an incoming senior and being a leader and really doing his part to help lead this team to the championship.
Okay, and let's go with next number 50. Is that Jaden Bullock? Yes. What do you call him? Boo?
Boog.
Boog.
I have no idea why, but that's what we call it.
I got it my freshman year.
Big Boog, yeah. If your name's Boog, you're going to be big, right? Your nickname, yeah. Well, Jaden, how long have you been in the Anderson County program?
Probably since I started middle school, being around them when my brother came in, just constantly being around them, knowing Coach Gillum, getting the hang of all of it.
Mm-hmm. He's played his whole life. He played at Nagaf when you were little, played at Norris,
yes,
played at Anderson County. He's a lifelong football player.
Was you telling me before the show that you had an injury? Was it last year?
Yes, sir. In our spring scrimmage, Gavin here, by accident, got wrapped up and rolled up my ankle.
Okay. So you're good to go this year, right?
Yes, sir.
And what position did you play again?
Left guard and nose tackle.
Okay. Walter?
It seemed like you coach and players have a very good feeder system. You have all kinds of players that have started when they were like 6 years old. That's like first grade. That's quite a good thing.
That's huge. I mean, you can't compensate for reps and playing football your whole life and that kind of savviness. And we're extremely blessed in our community in Anderson County with Nagaf and Lake City. All the guys that run the Little Leagues do a great job. We all work together. And then Norris and Lake City, Coach No and Coach Moog and Eric Tackett right now at Lake City. All of us are working together for the same cause, just trying to serve our community. And, I've been here 14 years, and it's really just now taken off. I think the best is yet to come for the school system. We're getting more and more kids. Right now, NAGAF's having to cut off how many kids they can take because they're getting so many in each class. So everybody that's running these programs are just doing a first-class job, and it's trickling up to the high school. Now, Boog, he's also a really good wrestler. I think didn't you get to go to state last year, Boog?
Yes, sir. I placed 12th.
He did good. He's done real good in wrestling with Coach Sloan, who also coaches D-line. But he's really a dominant force up front. There's really very few people one-on-one that can handle him. He's got great hands and feet, and just a powerful kid. Keeping him fresh is the issue.
Jaden, what's your plans after graduation?
I kind of want to get a scholarship to go wrestle, because that's been my dream since I kind of started wrestling. I want to go and wrestle in a Big Ten school and just make it on that NCAA championship and win it.
Did you ever wrestle Stone Cummins?
Oh, yes, sir.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, he's pretty strong.
But I might have got beat up by him, but he made me how I was last year and going to be this year.
All right, let's go to Eli. Eli, what's your plans after graduation?
I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to go play college football. I just don't know where yet. I have 3 offers as of right now, but so some good options, but I don't know where I'm going to go yet.
What's some of the memories you're going to take away from playing at Anderson County?
Oh man, last year probably beating South Doyle. It's probably one of the most hyped games afterwards. It came down to the wire, so it's definitely locked in my memory bank. It was a good one.
Okay. And Gavin, I know your plans for future going to the Naval Academy. Congratulations again on that. But what's some memories you're going to take away from wearing the Navy blue?
I've been here, like Coach Gilman said, my whole life. I think it was 2007, 2008 when I started coming to games. I don't know if I've missed one ever since then.
You've been going since you was a kid, ain't you?
Yeah, been going since I was a toddler. So it's been a long time. It's been a fun ride. Pretty much, honestly, I'll probably take away a lot more memories as a fan watching people like Tyler Hicks and Andy Long, and also my brother's teams play ball. So yeah, probably just those memories as a fan will may hold the most meaning in my heart.
What are you wanting to study at the Navy?
I'm not sure yet. I've been thinking about anesthesiology, but they say it's a lot of school, and I may just not be smart enough. So we'll find out.
Okay. Let's go to Walker. I know your plans are to go to college, play football. What would you like to be your major?
I got one major somewhere in the business field. It's kind of my dad does, and I just like to follow his footsteps and go along that path.
What's some of the memories you're going to take away?
There's been a ton of good ones for sure, but I think there's some moments in the locker room, just with all of us together, just something that I'll never forget for sure.
And Lucas?
Probably just being around everybody. I mean, honestly, we've become a family over the past 4 years, so it's been nice being together with everyone all the time.
What's your plans after graduation?
Probably go to college for pre-med.
Pre-med? Wow, that's pretty good. Pretty sharp kid.
Yeah, he is a smart kid.
And all right, guys, we're going to ask you some quick questions here, the speed round here real quick. So we'll start with you, Walker. What's your favorite food?
It's only this one place in Emory called El Marche Loco, and it's ACP. It's chicken, rice, and cheese.
Okay. All right, Lucas?
It's probably got to be pizza.
Pizza for me.
Hibachi. Definitely a steak.
What's your favorite place to eat at?
It's a hard one. I'm gonna go to Davis on. Come back to me.
Zaxby's.
Habaneros.
It's probably got to be habaneros.
El Mariachi Loco.
What's your favorite place you visited, Walker?
Like football-wise, like school?
Oh, just vacation?
Universal Studios is a theme park.
Probably Disney.
I'd do Universal as well.
Panama City.
I went to the Bahamas when I was 8. That was fun.
Wow. Do you have a dream vacation?
Probably go back to the Bahamas. That'd be fun.
Eli?
I went to the Bahamas too. I forgot about that.
Mine would probably be going to Japan.
What about you, Lucas?
I want to go around Europe and see everything in Europe.
Going back to Universal.
Universal. And do you have any hidden talents, Walker?
I can whistle really good for sure.
Lucas?
No.
I ain't got none.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm actually a really good singer.
Really good singer?
Yeah.
Give us something.
I think we need to hear something.
Give us a few bars there.
I'd actually have to get warmed up, so I can't tonight.
Okay. And anything you're scared of? Any phobias?
Yeah, my dad, Richie, no.
Eli?
The ocean.
The dark.
2-a-day summer practices.
Alligators and snakes.
Okay. And guys, go ahead and give a shout out.
I'll go first. I'll give a shout out to my grandfather and Coach Sinclair and his new baby Ranger.
Lucas, give us a shout out.
I'd like to shout out Holly Martinez. She's been a great supporter over these years, and my father.
That's his mom. Coach Lambert.
I'd like to shout out Willow Martinez. You know, she's also been a great supporter of mine. Love her to death.
Okay.
I'd probably like to shout out my mom and dad just for being the best parents I can think of.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, and Mike Martinez.
Well, guys, appreciate y'all coming out tonight. And good luck Friday night and the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take another break. We'll be right back and meet 5 more Mavericks. And you're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
I choose Rome Medical Center because this is where my heart is. My family and friends use Rome Medical Center, and I want everyone that comes through our doors to have an experience that makes them as proud of Rome Medical Center as I am. I'm Nancy Easter, Manager of Materials at Rome Medical Center, and I'm so happy to work for an employer that values me and makes me feel appreciated.
Find out why Roane Medical Center is the best choice for your future in healthcare. Learn more at roanemedicalcenter.com.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference. So we can all continue to move forward together.
Roane Metals Group has been serving East Tennessee for decades. Locally owned and operated with convenient hours of operation. Roane Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing's too big or too small. Still have that clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Roane Metals Group are specialists in industrial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Roane Metals urges you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. A member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Roane Metals Group. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Earl F. Subaru, we're more than a car dealer. We're a Subaru retailer and Tennessee's only 11-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award. We're proud to be active in supporting our community and have fostered partnerships with local charities such as CASA of the Tennessee Valley and the Roane County Animal Shelter. We're also committed to our customers, and our state-of-the-art facility in Kingston features expanded service capacity to provide the quality automotive care that you deserve.
2022 Subaru Outback models are available now at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston or on the web at duffsubaru.com.
Right there, you just saw the OEB Law Game of the Week, Oliver Springs at Kingston. That's this Friday night. So tune in to that. Should be a good one there down at Nat Sugarman Field, I believe, or Stadium 1. Not sure which, but Chase Clem could tell us. He might call in. But let's go ahead and meet these other 5 Maverick student athletes, and we'll start out. Go ahead there, Jermaine, introduce yourself and tell everyone what class you're in, what position you play.
My name is Jermaine Allen, defensive back, wide receiver, class of 2023.
I'm Eli Braden. I'm a wide receiver and outside linebacker.
My name is Braden Miller. I'm a receiver and a cornerback, and I'm class 2023.
My name is Bryson Vowell. I'm class 2023, wide receiver and safety.
Cole Phillips, class of 2023, safety.
Now, Cole, we'll start out with you real quick. Let's talk about that win the other night.
It was a big win. Couldn't get past them the past couple of times we've been playing them, but we finally got over the hump this Friday. It was a fun game.
Bryson?
Yeah, it was definitely a fun win. It was just great seeing all my teammates having smiles on their faces after the game and getting to just get hype in the locker room after the game and stuff like that.
Right.
It was a good team win. It definitely gave us a lot of momentum moving forward throughout the season, and it definitely shows that we can play at a high spot with every team in the state.
I thought it was a great team win. I feel like if we come out and play like that the rest of the year, that we'll do really good this year.
I feel like everyone played physical and played to the potential that they were supposed to play to, and it was a great team win.
Walter?
What was the key? I'll address this to all of y'all. What do y'all think the key was to getting the win? The last 3 years you've come up sort of short against Powell, but to really put it to them this past Friday.
We played super physical, and we just was way more physical than they was, and we beat them in every spot on the field.
Got to all you guys, same question.
I feel like we definitely did play a lot more physical than we have been the last couple of years, and we kept it going all 4 quarters this year.
I'd say keeping our whole team fresh and having our legs still there by the 4th quarter, and just overall just being more physical. Yeah.
It definitely helps. We have a bunch of our skill players only play one way this year, unlike most of the past 3 years. They play both ways. We have a bunch of depth in the skill position this year, so that definitely helped a lot.
Being tough and physical is, I think, what got us past the hump.
Okay. We got a call. Let's go ahead and take it.
No, it's not for you. It's not for you. It's not for you.
Okay, it's not for me, so it's off. Okay, Coach, what do you think about these 5 Mavericks here?
Well, there's a lot of truth to what they say. We were a lot more physical this year than we had been. We're always physical at positions. Really, O-line last year still controlled the game even with no one in. But I do think on the perimeter, the last 2 years, we've been a little starstruck with some of their guys. And we just grew up a whole lot. I mean, a lot of these guys sitting right here guarded their 4-star, 5-star wide receivers man-to-man and didn't flinch. And if they caught a ball, we chopped them down. And, they were the ones flinching this time instead of us. So it looks like our guys just finally grew up a little bit and decided that they wanted that game. And we beat their guys one-on-one. And then when their guys got us one-on-one, we won those too. So that was the big thing, and it shows a lot of maturity on our part with this team, which is it's crucial going forward. If we really want to fight for a state championship, you got to have that kind of confidence. You got to have that kind of assertiveness and physicality where you're not going to back down from anybody.
And Jermaine, start off with Jermaine. How long you been playing football?
Basically just not that long. My last year in 6th grade, that's about it.
So Jermaine was new to us. His family moved here just last year, and really the first year he played football, he was kind of a novice. And he caught on really fast and made friends with everybody really fast. He played a lot last year, but definitely first-year mistakes. Playing at a high level against the Greenvilles and the E-Towns and all these guys. But this offseason, he committed to 7-on-7, guarded the best receivers in the country, and goes against Bryson every day and Braden Miller every day, and got better. And now he's to the point he's making us better. And really, Jermaine Allen's one of the best corners in East Tennessee right now. He is a good football player. And to kind of echo what Bryson was saying about the depth, we go 3 deep, even 4 deep at each receiver slot, and they're all really good. We put a lot of them on defense, a lot of them on offense, just for what happened on Friday night. Jermaine could easily be starting receiver. Cole could easily be rotating in, and there's a lot of those guys that could, but we need to be fresh, and it allows our receivers to be fresh, and they looked faster Friday night. Allowed our DBs to be fresher, and they looked faster Friday night. So we do got a lot of skill, and they played really well Friday.
A lot of depth. That's key.
We're not real deep at the OLDL, but skill, we're deeper than we've ever been. We really got 20 kids that can play at a high level right now on Fridays.
All right. Phone lines are lighting up here, but you got a call, Chandler? Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, I was wanting to ask the boys what their favorite pregame meal is. They get treated pretty well with some good meals each week. Wanted to know what their favorite was.
Okay. Question, Jermaine, is, y'all can answer this. What's your favorite pregame meal?
Favorite pregame meal has to be steak and rice.
Definitely the dirt cake.
I don't really eat before games, so probably nothing.
I'm with Jermaine. The steak and rice is my favorite.
Definitely the steak.
Steak, yeah. All right, thank you for calling in. Locker room chat, you're on the air.
Hey, John, it's your favorite AD.
Favorite AD, GT. How we doing?
Great to see you guys on there tonight. Awesome fun watching our kids and our head coach get up there. We had a huge win in front of a huge crowd. It's one that called. Everybody that's watching, and tell everybody thanks for the crowd and the atmosphere. It was one of the most electric atmospheres I've ever seen in high school football on Friday night up there against Powell. And what a great night and a great memory for our kids and our community.
Yeah, I heard it was a really big crowd up there, one of the biggest you had.
Yeah, I think it was. It was we've had some giant crowds with Greenville and Elizabethton, and when we used to play Campbell County, just some really, really big crowds, Oak Ridge, those type crowds. And this one certainly was one of the biggest ones that I can remember in recent memory.
Mm-hmm. Definitely the biggest I can remember to start a season off. Usually you got to build a lot of momentum to get that kind of crowd out, but I mean, it was packed early. In the kickoff, there were still people stretched all the way to the school trying to get in. It was a fun night.
Coach Terry, where'd you get this coach at, Coach Gillum? I believe it's his 14th year at Anderson County, and just had a remarkable career there. Do you take credit for hiring him?
Well, I wish I could. There's a lot of folks that take credit for hiring Coach Gillum. You know, I'd been in Anderson County with Coach Kerr for probably 9 years, I think, when Coach Kerr retired. To get an Anderson County legend like David Gillum back to Anderson County, we knew what we were going to get with him when we hired him. He'd almost beaten us at Scott County. He had such an incredible offense, running inside screens, those type things with some kids that, frankly, weren't as talented as the ones that we had at the time. And he just put on a show with the fireworks, those type things, and we knew that's the direction we wanted to go with our football program, and he's taken it exponentially, grown that program year after year, and he's going to be the winningest coach in Anderson County school history with just a couple more wins this season.
He's definitely racking them up. I know he went over 100 wins there a few years ago, and just an outstanding coach. I know he was a great running back there at Anderson County back in the 90s, and he came back home to coach, and it's been a great hire for Anderson County.
No doubt, no doubt. And the coaching is just one piece of it. The part that he does with the kids in the community, and the part that he does with the ministry in the community with our kids and our students at our school, that's the part that's big for us. We're thankful to have him, and he'll be the first one to tell you he's as good as his assistants. He's got some great assistant coaches around him, but the leadership that he provides and the things that he does for kids that people don't see, that you don't read about because it's not a sports-related thing in the sports page, is the part that matters the most to us, and he's outstanding at that.
You're right. Certainly have a great coaching staff, and that's what I'm always impressed with. It seems like year after year I'm able to watch y'all practice a little bit from where I work at, and it's just amazed how organized everyone is, and just I'm very watching.
Like Coach Stair was saying, we do got a great staff, and Anderson County is a special place. Our administration, Coach Downs, Coach Freeman, all them guys. I know Coach Deal hired me, and GT was a part of that, and he's been with me the whole time. He may be the only one. Coach, are you the only one other than maybe Russ that's been with us the whole time?
Yeah,
Coach
I think
Braden
so.
has been.
Yeah, Coach Braden's been there a while, yeah.
But the rest of we got everybody else in within the next couple of years. Now we got Coach Lambert back, who's a big part of Anderson County history too. But it is more of a family atmosphere. None of us, our program's not about me. It's not about me trying to build anything for my name's sake. The Lord's been real good to me. Anderson County is my ministry. I'm trying to give back to the community. We got a lot of good, godly men on our staff and help run our school that echo the same type sentiment. Me and guys like Coach Terry, we're happy to be where we're at. Don't desire to go anywhere else. We're just trying to help serve our community, and the Lord's allowed me to do that through helping groom young men to be young men. And we've got some great coaches. And the best remark I got is just who my friends are that help coach there. Every one of them, John Chadwell, Coach Terry, I can just go down the line. They're all good men, and a lot of them better coaches than I am, but I'm thankful the Lord's put us all together where we're at, and that's really what makes Anderson County special. It's just that dynamic. A lot of men that care about the community, care about the kids.
It certainly does. And Coach Terry, anything else before you get back to these young men?
Yeah, let's go Mavs. Let's get another big win at Science Hill on Friday night. Very excited to watch this football team as we go through this season.
You got a good one, and good luck Friday night, and good luck rest of the season.
Thanks for all you guys do for high school football in East Tennessee.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling in.
And Coach Terry, he's a special fellow too. There's a lot of things that make Anderson County special, the fireworks and coaches, and there's a lot of names that are very prominent that you think of when you think of Anderson County, but he does a lot to bring pageantry and just a lot of attention to our program and our kids and excitement that you don't get anywhere else, and we're very appreciative for him.
I know he gives 110%, and
he's got more energy than most. I'll say that too.
There's a lot of schools.
His 110% is more than most.
Right. I know there's a lot of schools out there that love to have him.
Oh, I'm sure.
As AD.
They're not getting him,
right.
But I'm sure they would.
Right. Let's go back to this young man here. Start out, Jermaine again. Got any pregame rituals?
I just listen to music. That's it.
Let's go down the line there, Braden.
I just listen to music and get my feet taped.
Usually just prayer, and then just try to get locked in before the game and just focus on my job.
I'll just listen to music and just sit there and think about the game and what I'm going to do in it.
I listen to music, and then before every game I always say a prayer.
Okay. Can we play any other sports?
Nah.
Bryson, no, you do.
Well, I probably won't be playing basketball this year, but I don't know yet.
Not right now. I don't play any other sports now.
I just play football. No other sports. Might play baseball. I'm not made up my mind yet.
No sports for me, just football.
Now, I'll say this for these guys. A lot of them have played different sports growing up, but especially as they've gotten older and fit in their niche in football, these guys have been travel 7-on-7 almost year-round when they're not on the field with me. So it's a full-time job what they've been doing.
What's your hobbies away from the ball field?
I just playing PlayStation. That's it.
I just like to hang out with my friends and play video games too.
Probably video games, and I enjoy working out now. So that's about it.
I watch a bunch of movies. That's really my main hobby.
Watch some movies and I sleep a lot.
He does sleep a lot.
Walter?
Favorite college and pro teams in football? Jermaine?
Favorite college team? I don't really have one. I say my favorite pro team, probably the Browns.
What do you say?
I'm not sure. What? Who did you say?
The Browns?
The Browns.
The Browns. Okay.
I'd have to say the Rams.
Probably UT, and then I don't really know about like pro. I don't really have a favorite team in the pro.
Favorite college team is probably just wherever I'm going to end up, and then favorite pro team is the Dolphins.
My favorite college team is Oregon, and I've been a lifelong Browns fan too.
These Browns fans at?
I have to admit, I've never heard of anybody being an Oregon fan. Not to say that's bad, but I've never heard of anybody being an Oregon fan.
Well, Cole's my nephew. When he was little, he liked, was it Montrell Hardesty? That was a running back at Tennessee that went to the Browns.
Oh, yeah.
He's been a Brown fan since then. And I don't know how he got to be an Oregon fan, but he has been his whole life.
Well, Bryson, where are you going to school at college?
I don't really know yet, but I've got some options, but I'm just focused on the season as of right now. I'm not really focused on any of that.
Talk a little bit about the recruiting process this year. I know you really burst on the scene this summer, and I know Iowa was in first day of practice, I believe, and offered you a scholarship. And let's talk about that.
It was really cool, but I wouldn't be having any of those scholarships without my teammates. They make me better just about every single day. So I can't really just sit here and talk about my scholarships because it wouldn't be there without my teammates making me better every single day.
Okay. And what's it like playing for AC? What's the memories you're going to take away?
I'm going to be taking a bunch of memories. Locker room, in the game, hyping up. Just cheering on my teammates when they score and they cheer me on when I score. It's just going to be something I'm going to miss a lot.
And Cole, what's your plans after graduation?
After graduation, still kind of deciding that. I might want to play football, but I'm definitely doing something in the medical area.
Braden Miller?
Probably something in the medical field. I haven't really exactly decided yet, but I know that's at least the route I want to go through.
I'm going to go to trade school for welding.
Trade school for welding?
Either football or engineering.
Jermaine, you going to play basketball this year?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably just going to cause an injury.
Does Coach Jeffers know that?
I think so.
I believe he'll probably try to get you out there. You and Bryson both. Walter, anything?
You all as players seem very humble and after that big PAL win and just wanting to take care of business all the way through this year. I really like that from you guys.
And I hope they're focused, and that was a big win. And like Walter said, as far as like hometown rivalries and spirited games, they are kind of our local rival. They're always on top, and we've been on top for a while. And just in the media, I mean, that was game of the week in the state of Tennessee. Some people had it as the game of the year in the state of Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
That's big, but our rivals, Greenville, as a program. That's what we're trying to get to, and as good as it felt to beat them, until we get over the hump with Greenville, this season won't be what we need it to be.
Right.
All right, guys, I'm going to ask y'all some speed round questions. Start with you, Jermaine. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food has pasta.
Pasta?
Steak.
Chicken and rice.
I like steak or just like sour candy.
Mine's definitely steak too.
Favorite restaurant?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A or Big Ed's.
Yeah, I'll say Popeyes. I like Popeyes.
Panda Express.
Hibachi.
Favorite place you visited?
Florida.
Probably Destin.
Probably Cozumel. It was on a cruise.
I went to Disney a long time ago. That's my favorite.
Mine's probably Florida.
What's favorite toy as a kid?
A football.
I like Beyblades.
What is it?
Definitely my Wii.
Definitely the PlayStation 3.
Nerf guns.
What is it?
Nerf guns.
Nerf guns?
There you go. Jermaine, you have any hidden talents?
I could do a backflip.
What do you say?
I do not.
Backflip.
No, I don't think I have any.
I'm fast at building Lego sets.
I don't got any.
Have any phobias, Cole?
Spiders.
Getting lost in the ocean.
Ooh. Trypophobia. It's like fear of like small holes in a pattern.
I would say like big snakes. It's not a snake, yeah.
What did you say?
Big large bodies
okay.
of water. Like large areas of water.
Eli Braden, he's pretty fast, ain't out here.
He is. He can run.
Is he the fastest? Are you the fastest on the team, Eli? I think so. I heard LaRue's pretty fast.
He is.
Faster? Walter?
Favorite TV show? Apparently that wouldn't help the Nielsen ratings.
Probably Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
Stranger Things for sure.
Impractical Jokers.
The show called The Boys.
Right now, Stranger Things.
And favorite movie?
Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars.
I like Avengers Infinity War.
Inception.
Grown Ups.
Probably Grown Ups.
And favorite sport to watch other than football?
Basketball.
Probably basketball.
Yeah, I'd probably say basketball too.
Probably basketball.
Basketball.
I didn't get to ask them other guys that were up here, but what's it like playing for Coach Gillum?
It makes you tougher and makes you a better man and just makes you an all-around greater person.
It's something special. He prepares us for his future and like after school for sure.
It's definitely like an accountability thing. He holds you accountable all the time, and he tries to help you like grow as an athlete and like as a soon-to-be father and a Christian.
It's definitely fun. It's fun playing with a coach that's kind of active like you, because during scout team he'll be out running quarterback and stuff like that with you. And also he's just a really good mentor, and he brings the Word of God into our lives, and it's very helpful.
It's fun. There's a lot to learn from him. He's a great guy when it comes to knowing about the Bible and life morals and stuff like that. And he's my uncle, so it's pretty weird.
And guys, go ahead and give a shout out.
Shout out to my little brother Israel.
Mike Martinez.
Coach Lambert.
Shout out my mom, dad, Smitty, Bennett Campbell, Tuttle, and QP.
Shout out Coach Griff and Coach Ford, Coach Chadwell, Coach Sloan, my mom, my dad, my grandma, both my aunts,
Coach Terry and Coach DT.
They do great work.
And Coach Cotton.
Pray for Cotton.
I think we got everybody.
Got everybody covered.
Coach Craig.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all for coming out, and good luck Friday night, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And Coach Gillum, thank you for,
thank
for
you
being
for
here
having
as
us.
well. And
thank you.
any final comments here?
No, thanks for having us. We appreciate you just getting attention on the boys, and they have put a lot of time in, and we're extremely proud of them. They played extremely well last Friday night. I mean, I did think we could win and be more physical in that team, but to dominate the way they did was even shocking to me and our coaching staff. So we're excited about the season. Can't wait to see what comes from it. We're hoping to bring Anderson County the first state championship. And it's going to be a long, hard year. We got a tough schedule, and keeping the boys focused on one game at a time, especially after the excitement and energy that was there last Friday night, is going to be a task that me and the coaches have got our hands cut out for. But we got good kids, and they do work hard, and they put a lot of time in, and I think we can get it done. But everybody come out and support them, and every time we get a home game. That first game was awesome, but I think we can do better.
Well, they certainly have a good coach, and you have a good staff as well, and you got a good program, and just wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
The rest of the season, and bring that gold ball home.
We're trying. We're going to get it sooner or later.
Got a great shot at it this year. So we'll be right back. We're going to go to 9:30 tonight. Me and Walter's going to make some picks for week 2 and also look back a little bit at last week. So stick around. We'll be here to 9:30. But once again, I'd like to thank the Anderson County Mavericks for being here tonight and representing. And so stick around. We'll be right back. You're watching Locker Room Chat.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your rep into a check.
At Earl F. Subaru, we're more than a car dealer. We're a Subaru retailer and Tennessee's only 11-time winner of the Subaru Love Promise Award. We're proud to be active in supporting our community and have fostered partnerships with local charities such as CASA of the Tennessee Valley and the Roane County Animal Shelter. We're also committed to our customers, and our state-of-the-art facility in Kingston features expanded service capacity to provide the quality automotive care that you deserve.
2022 Subaru Outback models are available now at Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston or on the web at duffsubaru.com.
I'm Amanda, one of the RN shift leaders at Roane Medical Center. I love the sense of community that we have here. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, and that's why I choose Roane Medical Center.
I choose Roane Medical Center because this is where my heart is. My family and friends use Roane Medical Center, and I want everyone that comes through our doors to have an experience that makes them as proud of Roane Medical Center as I am.
Find out why Roane Medical Center is the best choice for your future in healthcare. Learn more at roanemedicalcenter.com.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Roane Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Herman and Rockwood.
excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses? If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense. Call OEB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
A little bit of everything.
Welcome back into the locker room chat. We're going to 9:30 tonight. We're going to talk a little high school football. And Walter, what you got?
Well, I was going to talk a little bit about the Dragons, which we were, you and I were both actually at that game. We, of course, have talked a lot about Anderson County's big win, but Dragons scored 34 points in the first period. I actually had one of the best quarters that I've ever seen them have, which I haven't been to a lot of games recently in person, but to even hear of such a magnificent first quarter was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a shutout win, 48-0 over William Blount. I think that was their biggest shutout they've had since shutting out Campbell County back in, I think, 98, I believe. Something
My
like
goodness, that's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely been a while. And then, of course, the Dragons scored to lead 41-0 at the half, and then just sort of skedaddled in with the score and put a lot of younger folks in the second half, but took the foot off the throttle, if you will. But that was a fabulous win. And then, of course, Oak Ridge, their win was magnificent against South Doyle. But two things in that blew my mind about the Oak Ridge game is the fact that they only allowed 17 yards rushing on 19 carries for South Doyle, and they had 202 yards of penalties and still won by that much.
Mm-hmm.
How do you have 202 yards? I don't hardly ever hear of anybody with 202 yards in penalties like Oak Ridge had.
Yeah, Coach Cummins, I think, elaborated on that a little bit after his coaching show tonight,
but the defense was unbelievable. I mean, only 17 yards on 19 carries, less than a yard a carry. I mean, that's unbelievable.
And Isaiah Rogers, I think he had 3 interceptions, I heard, and just played like one quarter. So,
yeah,
he's up for 5-star player of the week. And but yeah, Clinton really played a good game. Joshua Keith, quarterback, looked really good. I think he's 8 of 12 for 200-something yards, about 3 touchdown passes. I think Lucas Kendall caught a couple, and about everybody they had out there played well.
I had a 60-some-yard pass play, I know, in that game, and that game for Clinton was just like none I've seen in years. I mean, it was like magical.
Yeah, well, they took care of business. I had them winning big. I think I said 50-7, and so I thought they would take care of business against William Blount, and they certainly did. They come out, couldn't play a better first quarter, like you said. Was any other surprises last week for you, or anything stood out in high school?
Well, I know Kingston got a big win over Harriman, 51-0. A surprise, either Wartburg is a lot better than a lot of folks thought, or Coalfield just had a rough time, in the first game. Coalfield defeating Wartburg 14-6, and Coalfield, though, in that one had 170 yards in penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard they wasn't their best behavior up.
Yeah, it was apparently a rough time for them, and I guess that's a pretty big rivalry all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
Between those two.
Pretty big, and you mentioned Kingston, and I think Kane Ladd, he had over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ryland Gettner also had close to 100 yards and a touchdown, so just a few individual performances there by them, but they got the shutout. They shut Harriman out last year 54-0, this year 51, and they had 5 total shutouts last year as a defense, and they lost quite a few players off that Yellow Jacket team last year, but they get to pick up the shutout on.
They seem to get quite a lot of physical linemen that keeps doing what they need to do, so got apparently a good program going. I know Campbell County losing to Chattanooga Central a little bit surprised me. Chattanooga Central apparently is getting better, but Campbell County lost by 14, 35-21 in that one. But I really thought Campbell County would win that one.
Yeah, I heard Campbell County had some turnovers. I think that really hurt them. And but yeah, Chattanooga Central came in, picked up that win. They avenged a loss to the Cougars last year.
And also Knoxville Fulton over Austin East 41-22. And I guess what I take out of that one, I actually thought Austin East was not as good as they apparently are, because they played Knoxville Fulton pretty good.
Right, I heard Austin East was improved, and Fulton got out to a quick lead, I believe, on them. But Clinton will play Austin East this Friday night, so we'll get to see Austin East, see what they got. Another game in the area, Gibbs 37, Halls 21.
That was a surprise, but that is a super big rivalry. And I noticed a footnote, Gibbs had 345 yards rushing, which is quite a high amount for, well, actually any, whether it be high school, college, or pro.
Yeah, here they have a really big running back there at Gibbs.
Right.
And they defeated the Halls last year as well, so I probably should have picked Gibbs, but I didn't.
I believe Gibbs might be a dark horse this year coming out of, well, actually coming out of somewhere, but it seems like a lot of folks didn't think they were going to be that good.
Yeah, they're in the same region as Anderson County, and yeah, I think they're not, a lot of the predictions don't have them in the top 4, but look for Gibbs to get in the playoffs. I agree with you.
And Rockwood with a 42-9 win over Oliver Springs, which Oliver Springs I think is getting better, but Rockwood's still doing what they need to do.
And Alcoa took care of business with Ray County, 38-21.
I tell you what, I don't know. It's like they're just continually bowl over everyone with their bowling ball. I don't know what it is exactly, but
we got a call. Let's take it. Locker room chat. You're on the air.
Hey, this is Coach Keith, man. I wanted to send my congrats to Coach Gillum on that win over Powell, and wishing him the best. We both from Anderson County, wishing him the best this season. I know the hard work that goes to building a football team and the expectations that's put up on him and the team. So, hey, I'm wishing him the best, and I'm picking him to win the state this year.
Taking the Mavericks to win the state this year, Coach?
I am.
Well, they certainly were impressive Friday night against Powell. I figured that game would be closer. I think everybody did, but Anderson County was real impressive.
They were.
I thought your team was impressive too against William Blunt. What's your thoughts coming into Austin East?
I think if we do what we do, we should have success. But we're not looking for absolute. But we're just gonna play basic football to keep it kind of simple, and let the chips fall where they may.
Coach, you ended up with 34 points in the first period, 41 points in the first half. It was one of the more impressive first halves I've ever seen the Dragons have.
Well, I mean, every once in a while the stars and the moon line up, and they were executing. The effort and execution was going hand in hand. So yeah, we had some real early on success. We were very pleased with it.
And Coach, you're also in five-star prep in the poll. You're ranked number 12 at 1-0. You're doing quite well.
Well, yes, thank you very much. We're trying to push to the kids, never too high, never too low. We want them to stay humble and stay hungry.
All right, Coach Keith, thank you for calling in, and good luck Friday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
That was Clinton Dragon head coach Darrell Keith calling in, and certainly doing a good job with the Clinton program. He's a little bit farther along, I think, than he thought he would be at this stage. This is his third year. The first year was a COVID year. It was really, you just throw it out the window. But then last year they won 6 games, and this year, got off to the big win. And I just think he's a little bit further along than he thought he would be.
Yeah, I think it's a great step up. And, last year 6-4, barely missed the playoffs. And this year they have a chance of winning possibly 8 games or even more if the stars align right and barring bad injuries. But, I mean, they're looking good.
Yeah, that region is, you could say maybe, everybody was picking Powell. First of the year, they lost their quarterback. I'm pretty sure, I think he'll be back, Potts. But Clinton at Oak Ridge next week, that's going to be a really key game in the region. And Clinton plays Powell a couple weeks after that. So if the Dragons could beat Oak Ridge, they could be playing Powell with the chance to take over the top spot in that region.
That would be something else. It'd be, the first time in 25 years they've defeated them at Blankenship Field, but this is a year that it could happen.
Mm-hmm. It's good, and Oak Ridge has got a good team, though. They're good. They're loaded with skilled players, and that's going to be an outstanding game at Blankenship in a couple weeks, and Clinton travels to Oak Ridge. Looking at some of the state rankings in the Tennessee high school football poll, some of the usual suspects, Walter.
Oh, yes.
In 6A, you got Oakland. Yeah, you got Oakland, 6A, number 1. You got Maryville coming in, number 2. And some of the local teams, Bradley Central at 3, Dobbins Bennett at 9, Farragut number 14. In 5A, you have West at number 1, Oak Ridge at 4, Powell at 5, Ray County at 12, and McMinn County at 15. In 4A, Greenville is number 1, Anderson County number 2, and Elizabethton number 7, Red Bank number 8. They put it on Cleveland last week. Number 9, Upperman, they shut out Cookeville 34-0.
My goodness.
And number 13 is Knoxville Carter, and they're in the same region as Anderson County.
Well, Carter, although lost the first game, but they had a tough opponent, though.
Right, they played Webb, and they say Webb's really loaded this year with some speed and some skill.
Oh, yes, they certainly are.
Also in 3A, Alcoa on top. Got Loudon at number 9, Gatlinburg Pittman number 10, Unicoi County number 11, Pigeon Forge 12, and Kingston at 13.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Pigeon Forge lost last week to Hampton. And Hampton's, you go down here to 2A. Riverside is number 1. Meigs County 3, Hampton 5, and Monterey number 10. And in Class A, you got McKenzie at number 1, followed by South Pittsburgh at 2, Coalfield number 4, Gordonsville number 7, and Cloudland at 14.
Also, some other scores from last week. Cosby over Sunbright 49-20. Carnes over Hardin Valley 35-17. Midway over Sell Creek 22-14. Oakdale, Walloping, Pickett County 64-0.
Yeah, congratulations to those teams. And how high did Anderson County go in the 5-star prep poll? Do you know?
They are number 8.
Number 8.
Yes,
8. So they went from 10 to 8.
And Powell dropped to 9. Oak Ridge went up to 7, and Farragut's 5.
What about Greenville? You have them.
They must be number 4 because I didn't write them down. Yeah. I think they're 4. Alcoa's 1, Maryville 2, West 3. So.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and make our picks for week 2. We got about 5 minutes left in the show. Last week, Walter, you went 16-4, and I went 15-5. So you got a 1-game lead over me. So you enjoy that.
That's very true.
No, but last week only had one difference. I think I took Sunbright and you took Cosby, and that was only a different game we had. But then we lost. Looking back, we lost the first 3 games. Sevier County over Jeff, AC over Powell, and Chat Central over Campbell. We lost all 3 of them.
Yeah, when you lose, when one of them is 7-6, you're just like, how in the world?
Right. Yeah, that wasn't a very exciting game, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Unless you like defense. But Let's start out here with week 2. Clinton versus Austin East. Last year the Dragons won 53-13. Go ahead and give me the Dragons big again.
The Dragons big again, 35-21.
Okay. Oak Ridge at Bearden. Bearden defeated Oak Ridge last year 14-9. And I heard that their big wide receiver, junior Brendan Hayward, he is out for this week. I think he got ejected last week, I heard, so he'll have to sit out this game.
That could be difficult for him, but I see Oak Ridge madder than a buzzsaw in this.
Yeah. I'll take Oak Ridge to avenge that loss last year to Bearden. Wartburg at Harriman last year, this was a COVID game. So this will be an interesting game. Wartburg's got 12 starters back. Give me the Bulldogs. They played Cofield tough.
Yeah, I'll pick Wartburg definitely, and the Oak Ridge Bearden definitely. Oak Ridge.
Campbell County at Heritage.
Campbell County, I think they'll win big, 28-7.
I'll take the Cougar as well. Oliver Springs at Kingston, the OEB Law game of the week. I'll go with the Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets, 45-14.
Jellicoe at Oakdale.
I will pick Oakdale, 35-14.
Yes, Oakdale won last year, 49-19 over the Blue Devils. Give me Oakdale. Midway at Lakeway Christian. I do not know much about Lakeway. I know they won last week. I think they defeated Grace Christian. So I'll go with Lakeway Christian to defeat Midway.
I'll go with Midway, but I don't know much about Lakeway Christian either. So
yeah, Midway won last week over Sale Creek, 22-14, but that's our first difference. Sweetwater at Rockwood. This game last year was 36-35 Sweetwater.
Whoa.
And they came from way behind to win that game. I think Rockwood is going to get some payback this time.
Yeah, I pick Sweetwater to win that one.
Thinking Sweetwater, they played Meigs County tough.
Yeah, they certainly did.
Certainly did. So Anderson County at Science Hill. Give me the Mavericks at Steve Spurrier Stadium.
That's always blown my mind. Anderson County, definitely.
That'll be a good game. That'll be worth the trip for Maverick fans to go up there and see that stadium. It's a great venue. Cofield at Scott. Give me Cofield.
Cofield 28-14.
It's Scott's first game of the year. Sevier County at Carter. Give me the Green Hornets.
Give me Carter, yes.
Farragut at West. That's a big battle, but I'll take the Rebels.
The Rebels also 28-21.
Stone Memorial East Ridge.
Stone Memorial East Ridge. I didn't write that down. Stone Memorial East Ridge. Stone Memorial.
I'll take Stone. Webb at Gibbs. Give me Webb.
Give me Webb.
Oneida at Greenback. Two big names right there. Give me the Indians.
Indians also.
Mo West, Hardin Valley. Give me Mo West.
Morristown West, yes.
Fulton Central.
Fulton.
Give me Central. Halls Mo East. Give me Halls.
Halls.
Maryville Powell. Give me Maryville Big.
Maryville.
Loudon, Lenore City. Battle of the Bridge. Give me Loudon.
Loudon.
See you next week on the Locker Room Chat. Thanks everyone for calling in.
Thank you.
And we'll see you.